What is up, Cahir Club, and welcome back to the CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody's had a wonderful, wonderful start to their week. It is Monday, but we've through Monday now. It's the other end of Monday. We're now on Monday's other side. No Traveler. Oh, you went no Traveler. Is that what you're saying? But Traveler's got to drop by. Got some stuff tomorrow because weekday. Understandable, Traveler. Best of luck with your stuff tomorrow. Cause weekday. That's what they're saying. They're saying that there's stuff tomorrow because it's a weekday. I've heard that there's stuff tomorrow because it's a weekday. I don't know what you guys have been hearing, but I've been hearing there's stuff tomorrow because it's a weekday. Do you guys know there's stuff tomorrow because it's a weekday? But hello Finn, how goes it? I hope you've been well. Hello Felix, Brugger, and Roisin, hello, how goes it? How goes it? Yeah, today we are back with Dynamax Adventures. Xerneas Dynamax Adventures. I'm going to talk for a minute or so, because I'm hoping Rob's going to stop by. I think I can maybe do a Dynamax Adventure without Rob, but I think it's going to be easier if he's there. So I'm just going to talk and say words and things, and stuff. Unless anybody else wants to join in on some Dynamax Adventures this fine, lovely Monday, You just assume things are bad. Oh, I see. Tomorrow they might be for you maths test. Oh no. Well, best of luck with that. Traveler, remember, realistically, there's only 10 numbers. Every other number is just a remix of the first 10. Counting 0. 0 is part of the first 10. That's what you've always got to remember. Rob, there he is. There he is. I've already joked about waiting for you. Maybe should joke about it again, because it's kind of funny when I do that. I find it funny when I joke about... Like, imagine the Cahir streams without Rob. Like, I'd do them. I'd still be here. But, like, I'd do a lot worse. You know? Like... Rob's, like, my eunuch advisor. 00002. I'm not sure how he's going to respond to that. You were eeping. I hope you had fun eeping, Rob. I'm going to be eeping at some point soon. I saw Demon Slayer yesterday! That's a thing. I saw Demon Slayer last night. It was at 8 PM. And it ended at 11:30. I had work today. I had things. I had stuff and things to do today. And... like, top 10 things and stuff and things I did the day before getting accepted, getting a job application accepted, is booking a Demon Slayer movie for 8:30 PM. Like, that was a bold move of me, because I'd been through the interview. I thought it had gone, like, quite well. My mate who worked at the company was like, yeah, they're down to, like, the final 4 candidates. You're probably one of them. Like, I should have used my fucking head and not booked an 8:30 PM on a Sunday cinema ticket. But, like, I was in call with my other friend who I went with, Kite. It was Kite. And he was like, "Oh, it'll be fine," because he also had work today. However, he doesn't have to get up as early as I do. Jealous. I don't think he does. I don't think he's here. If he was here, I would ask him. I'd be like, "Ancient Kite 1. So Kite is a bad influence, I see." To be fair, I'm so proud of you guys. What, for having jobs? Is that it? Is that what you're proud of me for, is having a job? Fuck, this is a dismal lineup. This is a Crustle. Shell Smash time. Opposing Demon Slayer. For a reason, I feel like my rant there has summarized my feelings as tired. That's how I'm feeling today. I'm feeling tired. Because, to be fair, I did not get in bed much later than I would normally. Right? I feel like there's a steel type on the right. When you don't have time to watch streams because of work, oh no, GP, that is a shame, but fair enough. I hope you have the best of luck working. There is a clang on the right. We should probably... Oh wait, there's also a sandslash on the left. Fuck. Now we've got to make a choice. Doesn't really matter which way we go. I want to... Okay. I think Slanslash. I think Slanslash would have been a bit better. But then again... actually... I think that Cofagrigus might be a pretty good addition to our team. What's this guy doing all caked up? Your work week is around 60 plus hours. It's crazy. That's fucked up. What do you mean 60 hours? What do you mean you have a 60-hour work week? That's fucked, GP. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100% with you. It's fucking hell. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, to be fair, you do have maternity leave. When's your maternity leave, GP? When's your maternity leave gonna be? Because, like, when you're on maternity, that's gonna be good. I mean, it's not gonna be nice because you're gonna have a baby, you know? And, like, when you have a baby, I think that does take up a lot of time, you know? Like, I don't think I've ever seen a parent of a newborn who isn't tired constantly. Which I think is, like, on my long list of reasons I don't think I want a kid, you know? Like... Other than the fact that I am a little tinsy-wincy bit of an antinatalist. I know some, like... You know, I'm not going to elaborate on that one. I'm not going to elaborate on that one. Finn, you'd be proud of me for not elaborating on that one. Tina, hello, how goes it? I hope your week has gotten off to a good start. But, wow. That's fucking crazy. We haven't even gotten into the fight yet, like into Xerneas yet, and that Porygon just died. That wasn't minor Robs, that was an NPC's. That's fucking bonkers. In a way, Alolan Raichu probably was the... Hey, Tina! Thank you for following. Welcome to the Cahir Club. Yeah, doing Dynamax Adventures, as I said. But yeah, no, I kind of brushed upon it, and then I went on, like, a long-ass rant about how stupid I was for booking the ticket for 8:30 PM. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Part 1. Fucking banging. Low-key... Shinobu might go. Controversial statement, I know. Shinobu my goat. But like, all in all, I can't believe you would say that. I'm trying to figure out if this is about a past thing I've said that you're now reacting to, or... me when I play a Hyper Bloom team. Yes. Ooh, Demon Slayer. No. No. You just said controversial. Okay, no, I see it. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'd be interested to see what you think of Shinobu. Let me know if you ever do watch Demon Slayer. Which, ignore GP, you should. I think Demon Slayer is pretty good. The only people who buckle down on the whole Demon Slayer is mid thing are just trying to be contrarians about it. I think that's the that's the truth of the matter. Is Demon Slayer isn't everyone's cup of tea, but people who have like that kind of visceral reaction to Demon Slayer You know? They just... I'm not taking you. They're just miffed that it's popular. I liked, when I watched Season 1. That is, I think, Bouffalant has some good moves that we're going to want to collect. Cofagrigus might end up being better, but, like, if you want to choose Cofagrigus, you can. Otherwise, I think Bouffalant might be a good bet. GP, something which will give me a good idea of your character. Thoughts on Sunday Oak? His second name is Oak? His second name is Oak? Does he go smell ya later? Does he go, welcome to the world of Pokemon? When you start Honkai Star Rail, is Sunday there, throwing and catching a Pokemon? It's like, welcome to the world of Pokemon! My name is Professor Oak! That's fucked. I'm learning so much about the family tree of Professor Oak now, because apparently Sunday from Star Rail is part of it. I'm not a Pokemon professor. Sunday from Star Rail is. His second name is Oak. Sunday is related to Professor Oak, as it turns out. Which is wild. It's Monday. This is going really fucking badly, I'm gonna be honest. But it is regrettably Monday, Jelly. Anyway, back on business. Wish it was Sunday. Sunday! Like, okay, now, separating Sunday from the Honkai Star Rail character for a moment. Sunday's a pretty odd day of the week, because, wish it was Friday. I'd be down with Friday, because it'd be... We're fucked, aren't we? Because it would be... Friday night, right? It'd be Friday night right now. And I wish it was Monday at 8 PM. Why does Felix's wish get to come true? That's my question here. What? Why does... We just lost. We didn't even get to Xerneas. Hello, Dawn. Can't say a lot in the stream long. Just got DVD for Godzilla raids again. Sorry, I just turned and looked. I hope you enjoy the film. I'm taking this guy at this point, you know? At this point, I might as well take the Alchemy. I got one fucking Pokemon from that raid. It was Alchemy. It was Alchemy alone. Like, it took me a moment to clarify that. Took me a moment to clarify that. Did she just say that was a bit of a disappointment, wasn't it? Scientist lady, I don't need you to rub it in. It's too bad you lost against Bouffalant. We're not going to lose against Bouffalant ever again. Sometimes something comes into my head and I'm like, is this against TOS? If I say that out loud, will I get banned? If I say what I'll do if I lose to Bouffalant again, Will I get banned off of the platform? Because I probably would. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, you know? Hello, Dominic. How goes it? I hope you've been well. Did Finn change colours? Maybe she did for a bit, but I think she changed back. Unless she's changed them again and I'm just stupid. Is it like how Mahi Mahi changes colours when stressed? The most goated lineup imaginable! Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Pick Nidoking. Nidoking. Fucking hell. You said much worse. I've said much worse than threatening to end my own life over losing to a Pokemon. I don't remember what worse I've said than that. I mean, not worse. I guess, like, more TOS breaking, you know? Like, philosophically, I probably said worse. Maractus. I should have chosen the other one because there's a lady behind it. Yeah, don't end your world tour. Reasonable crash out, whatever. No items, no items. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry, I failed you. Can I gamble on whether we get the Zern? No, not tonight. Wait, Xerneas in Scarlet and Violet? No. It is like one of the only legendaries not in Scarlet and Violet. When Cahir told a person to do unspeakable things over a Farina build, I will forever be mad. I think SFAU actually did respond to them, which was really fucking funny. But, or was it someone else? Iconic Pokemon on the screen? Yeah, I love Bronzong. Like, someone responded, like, I'd like to see your Xerneas then. Not Xerneas, Farina then. And it was like, the joke was it was mine. But I wasn't that clear about it. You did respond. Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if it was that. I knew that you responded after weeks to someone. But I wasn't sure if it was that one specifically, and it was. By the way, when I beat the battle before dawn, it wasn't too hard. I'm unironically grinding up Nino. Well, best of luck with that. You don't need to. You know this, right? You don't need to do that. I hope that, what is it? Something weave. Fates weave? No, it's not Fates weave. I'm gonna Google the new Fire Emblem name because I'm stupid and forgot it. Fortune! Fortune's weave. In the balance patch, you give a +4 to every stat except HP and defense. Oh, I guess that makes things a bit easier, doesn't it? Got some more exciting news. Taurus Animations is collaborating with Formula 1 this year. I can imagine Jane wearing the Sebastian Vettel Red Bull suite. Hell yeah. What was I gonna say? I think I want to run back to Demon Slayer for a bit. Then I'm going to... So this has a new wig, true. I'm going to run back to Demon Slayer for a bit, because I want to talk about Demon Slayer a bit more. But then I have a lot of rambling to do about Fire Emblem, because... stupid. Okay, like, was the movie good? Because I need to weigh between asking my parents and bearing the embarrassment, or just not doing it. I think it was a really good film. It was really good. I really fucking enjoyed it. I think it depends on how much you enjoy Demon Slayer. So, like, let me preface, it is more Demon Slayer. And I know a lot of people don't like Demon Slayer. So if you have like if you're like pretty content with Demon Slayer, but it's not one of your favorite shows ever, it is just more Demon Slayer. Why am I clarifying this? Fork found in kitchen, Cahir. It's more Demon Slayer. Animation's great. Fucking stakes are higher than ever. Fucking... all the harsher are there. As we know. I hate the Slayer movie. I know it's just a preview and I don't like that. Demon Slayer used to be your favorite around when it came out, but your parents would see the Nakame fight. Would see the what? Wait, see the which fight? I was in the entertainment district. Mitsuri and Obanai versus Nakame. Oh, okay. No, they wouldn't. That's not in this one. Mitsuri is in it. She squeals a bit. I don't think there are any shots focusing on her tits. Did they skip the fight? No. I'm guessing it just... unless it's like before. There's 3 fights in the film. That is a bit of a spoiler, I guess. There's 3 fights in the film. 2.5, arguably. It's part of Infinity Castle in the manga. Okay, this isn't the whole Infinity Castle arc, though. The arc isn't over. There are multiple movies chronicling the Infinity Castle arc. There will be at least one more. Maybe 2 more? I don't know if the 3rd movie that they're saying is like the final movie. But, one of the best fights in the series is in the film though. Like, a demon being defeated like that goes really fucking hard. Yeah, Mitsuri's barely in it. She has like 2 scenes. In fact, I think she does fucking nothing in the film. I don't think she actually does anything in the film. Because, she's literally just there for fan service. I don't know. Mitsuri, I feel like, is a character who could have a lot of agency and do a lot. You know? Like, I feel like Mitsuri as a character has, like, an opportunity to do a lot and be really cool. But, like, the fucking... she got overshadowed by Mewtwo and Tanjiro in her debut arc. And then in this movie so far, she's been overshadowed. If that fight she gets in the Infinity Castle gets fucking she gets overshadowed by Obanai, I'm gonna fucking crash out, dude. I'm gonna crash out. I'm going to crash out. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna crash out. Gi versus Tanjiro versus Arceus. Why did I read that out? I was trying to pussyfoot around. Because I assume some people don't know that that's even a fight. That was even an option for a fight. But, I will still pussyfoot around it by entirely implying my opinion. I did say one of the best fights in the series. Didn't I, Jelly? That's a sound slash on the right, by the way, Rob. Unless you want to go left for items, and yeah. Oops, it was my fault for reading it out as well. It's your favorite. I mean, that's interesting because it kind of suggests the rest of the fights are going to be less interesting. But to be fair, I don't know. Like, I still think there have been other fights in the. Okay, why? Okay, if I'm going to say there are other fights in the series that look better visually, parts. I don't know. There were some really cool parts. I don't know. Like, the big thing is, like, the end of the Entertainment District arc was such a big flash of gorgeous, like... No, I'm calling it gorgeous animation. I know some people are like, oh, but fucking, bullshit, you know? And it's like, no, the animation is gorgeous. Is it done with composition and stuff? Why are we going to Sand Slash? We can't do anything to it. Because if one of the NPCs takes Sand Slash, then we'll have another Steel type on the team. Wait, who did you choose? It's not available for the easy kill. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll do fine. See, we'll do fine. Uh-oh. This, this, well, and it, Dynamax! Yeah! I should be careful with Steel Roller, actually. Because I need to use against Xerneas. Honestly, maybe that's the dub, is I switch off a Bronzong, because it's got, like, jack shit. This Bronzong does not have a good moveset, I'm gonna be honest and real. You know? Undertale 10 years today, really? That's crazy. That's a long time. For Undertale to be out. I think, in my opinion. It's in 4th grade already, that's wild. A child born the day Undertale started. I just realized something, but I'm not specifying it because it's information about myself I don't wish to disclose. Why do I feel like that game's been out way longer? Oh, that's probably because of that time you got trapped in a Groundhog's Day-esque situation for 2 years. Remember when you got trapped in the Groundhog's Day for 2 years? Right, yeah, okay, cool. Was it exactly 2 years and days? I mean, like, Finn just said, like, has made reference to it, like, this is from Finn. This is from Finn's mouth. I don't know how long it was, because I wasn't there. My Groundhog's Day situation was about 100 years. And that was fucked up, but that was before Undertale came out, so... You know? None of them fucking took it. None of them fucking took the Sand Slash. This is genuinely quite infuriating. I knew you were old. Well, no, I'm not. Like, when you Groundhog's Day at, like, 12, right? Your mind kind of works the same way as it would, like, anyway, where you forget most of the shit that happened when you were 12. Right? You know? Like, who remembers shit that happened when they were 12? No one remembers shit that happened when they were 12. No one does. It's not how it works. It's like, I don't remember most of that. It's gone. I wasn't conscious back then. Exactly! If you were trapped in a Groundhog's Day situation when you were 12, you'd be like the same person. You would not have changed at all. When I was Groundhog Day, SFA learned... I'm going to read this out as it's written, actually. When I is Groundhog Day, SFA learned the whole entire alphabet. Then I forgot. Yeah, no, it sounds like it. I'm going to be honest. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not sure we're winning this one. If only there was some decision that could have been made that would have saved our asses. SFA can't read, SFA can't write. SFA talks about himself in the third person. There just hasn't been a terrain made yet. Which means I can't really do shit here. You got to go by. Fair enough, Brooke. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Like, if this fucker did anything, sounds like an evil scientist thing to do. Refer to himself in the third person? SFA? Is SFA an evil scientist? SFA thinks we should explore this area later. SFA thinks we should explore... Yeah, that makes sense. So... Now I've clarified Demon Slayer goated, I'm gonna move on to, Fire Emblem! Oh my god, you Fire Emblem game! I just want to talk how a load of people seem to think it's going to be a prequel, and like, if you actually look at the contents of the trailer, there's like literally nothing implying that. I just find it, just on Brugo left hand, how inconsiderate. I'm sorry, Brugo. Come back. I'll talk about it now. Where's Fire Emblem the game you're supposed to play? No, it's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We just lost. I don't think there's a... Is that a shiny? That might be a fucking shiny. I don't know. Sandslash has a dog shit. It's not a shiny. That was not a... It was not a... Not a shiny. Sorry, I just had to take a detour while I send Finn the name of the game and also its box art. Fire Emblem is also a very good game series. I would recommend the Fire Emblem game series. However, the game in specific I'm recommending to you is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That is the particular game that is being recommended to you. Is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But yeah, no, so Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. People are saying it's going to be it's a prequel to Three Houses because a sequel doesn't make sense. I'm interested because I feel like a sequel could make sense. Because, like, obviously the big worry and the thing that they're not going to really want to confirm unless they're planning on doing some bullshit is, like, which route is the canon route, right? Like, they're not going to want to do that. They're just not. Shouldn't you play the first one? Xenoblade... Like, they're connected, but the second one isn't, like, a narrative sequel. It's an entirely separate world and cast. And you can understand the entire game. It's just after you put the first and the second one together, you realize that there's, like, on these two puzzles, a little nub. That you can then, like, connect these two puzzles together. These two large puzzles together to make an even larger puzzle, you know? But, like, independently, those two puzzles are complete puzzles. You can like Xenoblade 1, Rob. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying that I think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a game I think Finn would like. Maybe I'm entirely wrong on this. Maybe this is the worst read I've ever done on anyone ever. And it's entirely my own internal bias dictating this opinion. This is maybe the worst team to fight a Berserker, but the issue is we need the Berserker. Like, I feel like before when I've clicked Pokemon that we shouldn't fight. Anyway, yeah, no, I think Finn would like XP2. 2 does have Gotcha. 2 has Gotcha. It also... I don't know how philosophical the first one's plot is, because I haven't played it, to be fair. The first one might be very philosophical, but the second one is pretty... The second one's got a decent chunk of philosophy. How do they put Gotcha into a game that costs money? The most fucked up way possible. You don't spend... There's no microtransactions in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. There's just a gacha system in it anyway. You can't buy the gacha currency. You just have to farm it in-game. And, like, you get it. Gee, I had to go scan something. I came back to you saying philosophy. We're still talking about Xenoblade, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Finn. I'm gonna keep it 100%. Yes, in-game farming. I was gonna preface that with, you don't need to do it. You don't need every blade in the game, and if you just play through the game normally, you'll probably get a large portion of, like, of the blades. I'm gonna stop talking now, because I feel like whether Finn gets this game or not is less dependent on how much I tell her about it, and maybe more on her own whim. Which means she can go in decently unknowing. You just need time and money so soon. Didn't you have 2 Nintendo eShop cards? I thought that was a thing that you were like, oh, I've got these. Cyber Saturday or something. Because that's... Isn't that November? Can you get it at a discount? Maybe. But isn't Cyber Saturday in November? My investment for the next 2 months is PC. Ah, I see. Fair enough. So you got to cut back a bit. Okay, I see. I should have peer pressured you into buying it before the PC became an issue. I think. This is my hot take. Alright, I'm fine with a Moongus. Oh, we got a Whimsicott. An Armaldo and a Azumarill. If we go this way, then we can go through Zoo. Okay. I see. For once, I was the person trying to gun for the items, and I lost. Which I find quite interesting, because normally it's the other way around. If this Musharna hits me, I might explode. Okay, I guess that puts us back on Fire Emblem. Yeah. Just as Xenoblade Chronicles 2 music kicks in. But yeah, so a lot of people are saying they think it's going to be a prequel, and it doesn't make sense to be a sequel. But, because, like, the issue with the sequel to Three Houses is... Three Houses is like a, is like a split path, like, game. Where, like, depending on the route you pick, the ending is, like, entirely different. Almost. And, like, that's grand and all. But, no, yeah, that's, like, that's grand and all, but, like, making a sequel to a game like that's kind of hard. Unless you set the game in, like, the distant future. That also begs the question how it kind of ends up with, like, this Greco-Roman style architecture. Which would imply it's set in the past. Which I think is maybe one of the biggest sticking points. But there's, like, a lot more lore-wise sticking points that wouldn't make sense than, I think, some kind of technological regression slash... And I think maybe the more likely option in my head at this point, it's not set in Fodlan. The more the time goes on, which is obviously like the past 4 days, I don't think the game is... I don't think Fire Emblem Fortune's Weaver is going to be set in Fodlan. Like, now that I thought about it, I don't know where it's going to be set instead. Obviously somewhere in the same world as Fodlan. But I think it's going to be set just somewhere else. The region seems quite arid, so I think Elmira is, like, a potential option. Then... There's Brigid as well. Shamir's from elsewhere as well. Like, there are a few locations we already know names of. It could be in an unnamed location. Like, Judgerel and Shadows of Valentia, Gaiden, are both set in the same world as the first Fire Emblem game and Awakening as well. Dagda, that's it. So, it could be a sequel, it could be a sequel set, it could be a sequel in the far future, to the point where, what was it called? I did like nothing, that's really painful. It could be a sequel set in the far future, to the point that, it could be a sequel set so far in the future that the choices you make in Three Houses don't matter, but that'd be kind of cringe. I think that's the, like, big reason that I think that might not happen, is because a game in which, like, your choices in the past didn't matter just seems a bit, It just seems a bit, you know? Like, I just think that would be a bit of a underwhelming in the grand scheme of things. You know? I would be quite unshucked. But, I guess it depends on how they handle it. Like, I think the other blunt truth is, like, I think you can get vague on who the winners are. Because, like, sure, you could argue that the whole of Fodlan becomes Fargus or Adrestria, or I don't think it would all become Leicester, honestly. I don't think that would be a thing that happens. You could argue it all becomes, like, Fodlan, right? The nation just becomes the name of the continent. And then, instead of referencing, like, the leaders who bring things to there, it can be, like, the emissary of Sothis. You know, Sothis incarnate is the person who made the difference there, in just referring to Byleth. You know? Because that kind of would trivialize the efforts of the lords of the games, which I think would maybe be a bit sad in the grand scheme of things. But, like, it wouldn't entirely be unsurprising. But anyway, on to my pitch as to why the game has to be set in the future rather than the past. I think these have all been discussed to, like, death, but we're going to talk about how we're not allowed to afford any Nintendo products these days. I mean, like, we're not allowed to afford anything. I'm going to be honest. Like, this is an industry-wide problem. Like, I think that's the blunt truth of the matter, is like... Oh my fucking god, I hate Dazzling Gleam. Food expensive, yeah. 50 quid amiibos is insane. 50 quid amiibos is, like, bonkers. I really wonder if anyone's gonna buy a £50, like, 50 quid amiibo. Because, like, what? 50? For an amiibo? Who's gonna buy that? Who is gonna buy that? For an amiibo? for an amiibo. Like, make me pay £70 for a game and I'll bite my fucking tongue in the knowledge that I'm going to have, like, tens of hours of fun playing the game. At least. Right? Like, for, like, an amiibo? And again, maybe I've spent more money on more pointless shit. Have I? Oh, think about it. Maybe I've spent more money on more pointless shit, but you know how it is. £50 amiibo still is fucking wild. No! What the fuck do you mean? Oh! We haven't been it once this stream, by the way. This might be another Cahir stream, less because he wants to and more because otherwise he's gonna have a crash out stream, you know? But yeah. Okay. Also 100 for the Virtual Boy shell. Like, in a way, hot take. 100 for the Virtual Boy shell almost makes more sense. Because that's a collector's item. No one's gonna buy that for its functionality. You know? Like, who the fuck is gonna buy the... Pat Sapphire, thank you for following. Welcome to the Cahir Club. I hope your week has been going well. Doing Dynamax Adventures today, looking for Xerneas. Trying to get a shiny before ZA releases. Also talking about Fire Emblem, because I'm very excited for the new Fire Emblem game. Well, we were talking about Fire Emblem. Now we're talking about prices. I'm probably going to loop back around to Fire Emblem at some point, because that's a more entertaining conversation. In my opinion. In my humble opinion, I think that... Okay, Araquanid could be a pretty good bet. Other than that... Oh yeah, well, let's go left for Araquanid, and then there's an Amoonguss. We get that one of the cardboard ones for 25 in order to play the stuff. Yeah. At least they're doing the cardboard on. Maybe not. It's nice the cardboard's an option, but... Like... No, actually, I think the cardboard being an option is a good thing, because, like... I don't get why people are surprised that you need VR peripheries to play the VR gaming accessory on Nintendo Switch Online. Like, complaining about the pricing, that's fair. But when people were like, what do you mean I'm gonna need to buy an accessory so I can play VR games on my Switch? Even if they're not good VR games. moves. Like, what were you expecting? But all the same, my other hot take also still stands in the fact that 100 quid for the Virtual Boy stand, Virtual Boy, like, accessory, I think almost makes sense because it's like, no one's going to play any of those games for more than 20 seconds. That is something that sits on your shelf and looks nice. That's like a conversation starter when people walk into your room. People walk into your room and they're like, oh, what's that? Oh, that's my Virtual Boy for my Nintendo Switch, so I play VR games on my Switch. I was like, okay. And then they leave, because you're a fucking nerd. But, oh, they're not good, trust me, painful. That's the interesting thing, is every Virtual Boy video I've seen has said it gives them a headache. Have they done anything to mitigate that? Will the Virtual Boy still give people headaches? Also, low-key, my friend Malamar, like, have they done... It's emulation, right? So I don't think so. Like, I feel like there are probably some things you could do to maybe mitigate it, given that it's their games. You know? Given it's their games, I'd almost hope that they would... Yeah. But, yeah. My brain has reset over the past 20 seconds, I'm gonna be honest, it's rebooted in its entirety. Any thought I was having before is now officially gone. It is elsewhere. You just know someone's gonna go, the headaches are part of the fun. That's me in the 3DS. that's me in the 3DS. I'll always remember a conversation I had with my father. I'll always remember a conversation I had with my father. For he loved Professor Layton. He loved playing Professor Layton. And obviously Professor Layton came to the Nintendo 3DS. And once it was on the 3DS, he played it a bit. But he said he could never really get into it, because the 3D effect gave him headaches. And I was like, Dad, you know you can turn that off, right? You didn't... You don't have to play it in 3D. You can just push the slider down and make it 2D again. And then it won't give you a headache anymore. And that, like, I because it was my 3DS he was using, right? It was mine. And I never had it on 3D. So he was sliding that slider up. He was turning the 3D back on. Every time. I'm still like, man, it's a real shame I have to play Professor Layton in 3D and it gives me a headache. Like, good job. And hello, how goes it? I hope your week has gone off to a good start. We're doing Dynamax Adventures today, looking for shiny Xerneas before Legends ZA releases. The regular DS gave you headaches. Oh no. I'm so sorry that you had to be deprived of, what do you mean water absorb? Come on. I'm so sorry you have to be deprived of such joy. The thing is, it's an issue with the 3D effect entirely, so they'd have to change the fundamental game itself. That is fair. Yeah, no, like... How many Xerneas have you encountered so far? I haven't really been counting, honestly. Quite a few. I've phased a number of times. I think my most recent was a Marowak. I've got an Absol. Was Machamp on this one, or was Machamp on the Necrozma? I've been at this one for a while, but I've not been that consistent at it. But now ZA is nearing, I'm trying to bump up the amount of streams I do where I'm doing this. Just because I would like to get Shiny Xerneas before ZA releases. Although it doesn't matter, now that I think about it. Because home compatibility isn't coming until 2026. So... It was never coming till 2026. I think that's, like, the blunt truth. Is, it was never gonna be, like... early. But I feel like I'd make the run harder. I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest. It's 2 NPCs in here at the moment. I feel like generally a sentient, cogniscent human has the ability to go, you know what, I'm not going to take this Obstagoon into the Xerneas fight. And then all of a sudden we'd be winning a little bit more. Because most of the time it's the NPCs losing us these fights. But all the same, if you don't want to join, there's no pressure. Oh, it's a Salazzle! Okay. Okay. And actually, like, good Pokemon has landed in the NPC's hands this time. If we can beat this Amoonguss, then... And people are pissed they've announced DLC off RIP for ZA. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I'm indifferent. Right. I get why people don't like it, but I've never really had strong feelings towards it. Like, if it's shit like I get why people are mad about Donkey Kong. Because, like, from what it sounds like, DK Island is basically what the Mushroom Kingdom is in Odyssey. So it very much feels like they've just kind of paywalled the post-game. But if Pokemon has done anything right in the Switch era, it's that the DLCs of the games are like actual new content. The DLCs have consistently been actual DLC, expansive content, rather than feeling like, oh, this should have been in the base game. Sometimes there have been features that are maybe a bit like, this should have been in the base game. But, like, as a whole, the DLC is brand new shit. So I don't think this is just, oh, this should have been in the base game. And it's Hooper. It's Hooper based. You know? And who doesn't Hooper's fucking awesome. And Oraz kind of gave it a bunch of mystique with all the legendary wormholes and stuff. You know? Like, Oraz gave it that, like, inherent, like, oh, funky. With the whole... Yeah, with the wormholes it placed everywhere. Rob, you're gonna take this, right? Rob, you're... Yeah. Like... Hooper's cool. A post-game centered around Hooper that will give more Hooper lore? Peak. Peak. Simple as. I am low-key surprised Mega Raichu isn't included in the DLC. Off bat. Like, the Raichu X and Y low-key seems like something that would be gifted for buying the DLC. But no, it's like shoddy outfits. I agree they'd probably do DLC anyway, but just detract stuff from the main game that they made before release to sell it back has always been a scummy practice. But that's not what's happening, though. Like, I said it's scummy practice. This isn't that. Like, I mean, maybe it could be, but there's been no precedent in the Pokemon franchise so far for that kind of thing. And I think it's worth keeping two things in mind. Number one, this game was delayed over a year. Like, yeah, number two, which means that they, like, probably... What's it called? This game is delayed over a year. And they haven't even shown us, like... They've shown us a screenshot of the DLC footage so far. Like... I don't know if it's, like, it's not in a showable state yet. Or if they're just keeping it under wraps, but, like... Smells like that shit. Maybe not quite ready for viewer eyes. In which case, you could ask, why are they doing, like, a DLC deal on launch? You know, that would be a fair question, I think. But, I bluntly put, I think it's because they're going to be releasing Gen 10 at the end of next year, and they want to get the DLC for ZA done ASAP. I hope that what I don't know why you're like that full of doubt about that. Like, I get having a grain of salt, but like I don't think there's like enough precedent for Pokemon specifically to be fueling that much worry. Like, I just think this seems like another Three Houses situation, where they give you some extra funky outfits on release, and then there's like actual DLC later down the line. Okay, we beat it that time, so that's nice. Like, I think it's like, if we've always been extrapolating exactly what's happening behind the scenes at Game Freak, like, fundamentally that's what we've always fucking done. With, like, the whole 3-year cycle and shit. So, let's extrapolate one more time. Just been burned like this before with a game called Street Fighter X Tekken. I mean, that's fair enough, but... I mean, to be fair, based on the Terra League, the game has been finished for a while with delays, and they just worked on the DLC and probably ready to have that. And they just worked on the DLC and probably have that ready too. Exactly. That's my exact thoughts on the matter. Is the DLC ready? I don't know. They didn't show any of it. Like, I really, really doubt that this is post-game content that's being paywalled. If it is, I'll be disappointed. But, like, I mean, yeah, no, what you said is more or less what I was going to say in simpler terms. ZA, realistically, would have been released last year. There's a chance Gen 10 was always planned for release in 2026 for the 10-year anniversary, which means the DLC for ZA would have released this year. Right? ZA 2024, ZA DLC 2025, so Gen 10 can come 2026. You joining, End? Like, I think it's fair to take these kind of things with a grain of salt, right? Like, I'm never going to like taking this kind of thing with a grain of salt. Because I know some companies are scumming with DLC. And in fact, it, again, looks like Nintendo might have been a bit scummy with DLC with the new Donkey Kong stuff. However, Pokemon have never really been known to do that. And given the circumstance of this game, it'd almost be surprising if that was the route that they went with. With Champions and Gen 10 on the horizon, I kind of get why it was announced early. Does it feel weird they announced it now? A little, I guess, but apparently it was supposed to be out this July. The DLC was meant to be out in July, interesting. But yeah, no, exactly. Like, there's a lot of shit coming along. And if the DLC was meant to be out sooner than it's coming out, I could very much understand them trying to get the DLC hype train started before the Gen 10 hype train is going to get in the way. Because, what do you mean the NPCs get the good choices? That's fucked up. Are there, like, any other good Pokemon on the way? Okay, there's a poison type to the left. It doesn't matter which way we go, we can always get to the poison type, so are there any other Pokemon that are worth checking out? Maybe not. Let's just go. I think left is going to be the best bet. Marowak. Marowak? Oh, the ghost type's Marowak. Oh, then, yeah, we should go ghost type Marowak. Marowak's good. I think it's got to steal the sec. Oh, right, fire. Yeah. I'm interested, though, right? If the DLC is based around Hooper, Hooper's whole fucking thing is zapping in legendaries. It did that in Auraz, it did that in Hooper Clash of Ages. Like, Hooper and its hoops are known for one thing, and it's zapping in legendaries. More Mega Legendaries. Just set more Mega Legendaries. Mega Horolugia. Mega... Zacian and Zamazenta. Maybe that's how they explained the Hoenn trio being in France. Maybe. I don't know. I'm interested to see if Kyogre and Groudon will be in it. I know you've discussed leaks a bit, but may I ask you to refrain from it at this point? If you know this information from the Terra leak and stuff, I would rather be surprised. Fair enough in, like... I'm not slating how you've used it so far, because it's just, like, vague, oh, the game was done by here, and I don't think you're going to spoil, but I just want to make sure it's in the air. But, I don't know, I'm interested if Groudon and Kyogre would be in Lumiose, because they seem a bit far-fetched. But when you have a company called Quasartico and a guy who's got the fucking Rayquaza haircut, I feel like we're gonna be seeing the king of the Megas in the game, right? The thing that I feel is a massive stretch of a theory, but I can't quite shake, is the A, right? The A could be a brand new legendary, or it's a very scaly A. A arguably looks like a Delta. When I first saw ZA announced, I thought that it was Z Delta. I might just be stupid. Zygarde begins with Z. Rayquaza ends with A. Just a potential thought, because A will surely mean something, right? Like, they're not just gonna call it ZA for the Royale when Z stands for Zygarde. A's gotta mean something, right? And my thought... Why? Oh no, Portia! Oh. I thought you were saying why to me. Oh, I was really worried that Oscar was going to switch up. No. No. What? What is it? What? I'm really confused. Wish you luck with maths tomorrow. Fair enough. Oh yeah, best of luck with your maths tomorrow, Traveller. Hopefully it goes well. Especially with the A and the logo has a special design. Exactly. Or an Arachnid trade-off. Oh, I see. But, it just stopped. That's mean. No, yeah, exactly. Special design on the A, so it's gotta be something. I feel like it might be a stretch because saying Rayquaza ends with A. Maybe that's a bit jammy. Maybe that's a bit jammy of like a suggestion. But I will buckle down. Quasartico? You've called that company Quasartico? That shit is A, from Hoenn. B, Rayquaza's in the game. And potentially, I don't know, the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of like locking in on this thought. I think we're getting Mega Jirachi. The whole thing of the ZA Royale is that when you get to the top of it, you get a wish granted. That's just Jirachi's thing. There is a wishing Pokemon from Hoenn, a region very linked to Kalos because the remakes came in the same thing. Quasartico, obviously from Hoenn, it's called Quasartico. Like, I think we're getting Mega Jirachi. Legends Arceus revolved around a mythical Pokemon specifically. Additionally, it gave you access to Manaphy in the main story. Shaman and Darkrai were parts of Pokemon's whole recent, if you buy the game, you get a Pokemon thing. I hope they go with the Scarlet Violet thing of smaller cosmetics rather than the whole Pokemon again. Because I don't think... Rob, do you want this guy or shall I take this guy? You want this guy, okay. Alright, and then... Ah, fuck, it's Nidoking. Ah, well. I like Nidoking. Nidoking is cool. Don't get me wrong. However, it's got no good moves in Dynamax Adventures. It's got no good moves at all. Nidoking's moveset. Oh, it's Nidoqueen. This might have a good moveset. I can't remember. I think it's got like one alright poison move, and that's it. But I guess we're about to find out the hard way. But at the least, it's quite bulky, so... You know? Like, the only mythical I hope is easy to get is Diancie. I love the little pink diamond. That is true. No, my thought is, there are pink gems everywhere, right? Like, all over Lumiose are pink gems. Probably linked to Anastar Sundial. But it's also going to kill you. Uh-oh. Probably linked to Anastar Sundial. I think that's like the blunt main thing about it, is that's going to be linked to Anastar Sundial. But like, pink gemstones are emerging everywhere. I feel like Diancie probably will have a presence in the game, though, because it is the only Kalosian Pokemon with a Mega going, like, before... Not count... It's not the only Kalosian Pokemon with a Mega, but you know what I mean. It was the only Kalosian Pokemon with a Mega in Gen 6. I agree, and while the anime is separate, doesn't Diancie kind of make its own Mega Stone in the movie or something like that? Maybe? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I watched it. And nothing for Volcanion. That's a good point! Wait, no, that's a good point! Diancie's got a Mega. Hooper's got the post-game. Volcanion found dead in a ditch. Volcanion found dead on, what, Route 11, is it? I wanna know what route that is now. I'm looking up. Pokemon... What else? Route 11 is before. It's Route 15, I think. Nope, that's too far. It's Route 14, maybe? This guy's fucking bulky as shit. Okay, no, it's 13. Yeah, Route 13. There we go. Volcanion's there. The only thing he's got going for it is being the only fire-water type. Yeah, more or less. Volcanion never existed in Game Freak size. Volcanion really got shafted. Like... Diancie got a Mega. Hooper had a whole post-game mechanic themed around its powers. Like, a whole legendary catching mechanic was themed around it. Volcanion. I always remember Volcanion, because I have a Volcanion. However, it is a hacked Volcanion, named after a YouTuber. Its, like, username is, like, youtube.com/. Do I give this guy free promotion today? I've given him free promotion before, because I've talked about this before. But, yeah, no, Volcanion is so funny. I'm guessing it will be in the game. Will it get anything? I don't know. Do we think the DLC is going to add returning Pokemon to ZA like the previous DLCs have? Oh, that's a really good point. It's got to, right? Like, it'd be surprising if it didn't. I'll be interested to see what it, like, actually adds. Concrete. What the fuck? I feel like it's got it, right? I mean, like, let's be real. From the sounds of it, the ZA Dex is about 200. Which means it's not the full Kalos Dex. The full Kalos Dex will not be in ZA. I'm going to be interested to see. The main thing I'm going to be interested to see is, will every Kalosian Pokemon be in ZA? Because, like, it'd be odd if they weren't. But some Pokemon are getting cut from that Dex. I think we've seen a lot of the big ones, like Aegislash and Pangoro and stuff. And to be fair, like, Kalos has a minuscule Dex because they added the Megas. Like, in the same way Alola's Dex is a bit smaller because they did the regional variants. Kalos' Dex is a bit smaller because of all the Mega Evolutions. Isn't it like, it's about 72, yeah. And, like, I think a lot of them are found within decent proximity to Lumiose. In general, I think, most. It'd be odd if they weren't all in it. I remember seeing all the important ones, Clubiter, Aromatisse, Skullgeist. Exactly. We've seen a lot of the Kalosian Pokemon at this point in the game. But, like, I'm wondering if any are gonna slip through the cracks. I think my biggest question remains, will we be seeing any Gen 7 and 8 Pokemon in the game? Some people have spied some, like, Mega Stones that arguably look like, Armarouge and Ceruledge. And if any Gen 9 Pokemon get Megas, it's those two. Like, people keep saying Armarouge is going to be in Smash. And, like, it's that or Meowscarada. Like, if it's not Armarouge, it's Meowscarada. Not Armarouge, sorry, Ceruledge. Ceruledge is going to be in Smash. Armarouge is going to be the, like, forgotten brother. Armarouge is going to be, like, in the corner crying. Because no one ever remembers Armarouge, because it's always Ceruledge. If Armarouge gets a Mega, it's because Ceruledge gets a Mega. And they wouldn't want to leave the other one out. But I think the latest gen we could see a Mega from is 8. Just because of how Megas kind of are in concept. I think it'd be interesting to see a Pokemon new to ZA that gets a Mega. Because it'd be interesting to see... Because they kind of did it with Diancie in making a Pokemon that Mega evolves. But, like, Diancie feels complete on its own. I guess maybe it's a dangerous path to stray down, but, like, Terapagos needs its other forms, right? Terapagos' stellar form is, like, part of Terapagos, you know? In the same way, like, Duraludon's G-Max is part of it, which is why they had to make Archaludon, because it lost a significant part of itself in a game with no G-Max, is my hot take. And I'd say that's also why they made Hydrapple as well, because I think Appletun and Flapple kind of, like, lost a bit of themselves without their G-Max. Because their G-Max was meant to be, like, their combination into one final form. So I think it makes a lot of sense they gave Applin a third evolution. One of, like... I think Applin might be the only Pokemon with 3 branching Eevos. Obviously, Eevee was, but Eevee got more. And I'm not... Do any other Pokemon have, like, 3 branching evolutions? Because I don't think there are. To be fair, if DLC brings back old returning Pokemon, a lot of, like, the DLC so far have all brought back new, not new regional variants, but have all brought back regional variants from older regions to make them available in the main game. So, Mega Surfetched on the table. Tyro! That's a good point. It's kind of crazy because Applin has a branched evolution and one of them evolves further. That is a good point. That is a really good point. Like, why does Hydrapple get that? I love Hydrapple, don't get me wrong. The thing is like, Appletun I think is iconic enough that a lot of people would rather have Appletun than Hydrapple. Flapple, however, I don't think I've ever seen anyone say they like Flapple the most. I think I did when Sword and Shield released, because I played Sword. Flapple is a funny guy, to be fair. Flapple is a pretty funny guy. But, I saw Applin, like, I saw a chef using Applin, and I was like, fuck, dude, I need to use this. Like, I think it's the chef on the route Applin appears. He sent out an Applin, and I was like, okay, this guy is going to be on my team now. I want 10. Flapple looks like a flying rat. Exactly, and like, I think that's what makes it kind of endearing. I'm gonna look. No shade. Yeah, no, I was hoping you meant that in, like, a good way. It's funny because I feel like these days, very few people on the internet bring up rats in, like, a negative light. I saw a rat on the way to Demon Slayer yesterday, and that was pretty cool. Not like a pet rat, like a feral rat. Just running across the street, and it dove into a bush. And that's pretty entertaining, I think. We beat another! I was really worried we were gonna, like, go 0 to 5 or some shit this stream. I was worried we were going to get our asses handed to us repeatedly, and we were going to come out of this Xerneas-less. But no, we at least did 2. Which is better than none. Which is better than none. I'm gonna look at Flapple after this, because Flapple is, I think... Flapple is, I think... Rats are very dangerous because they can be independent and learn how to cook and become chefs. Exactly, like, if you let a rat on your head, it's game over. Right? I think my Flapple I used in my playthrough must be somewhere. Must be, like, somewhere in this cartridge. Like, I don't know what rock it's hiding under. But it's got to be hiding under a rock somewhere. Inteleon. Nope, I think these are just the hidden ability ones. Nope, this is not my Blastoise. Odd. Are you? No, I don't think you are. Where is Where's my mate? Oh, wait. No. That is... No, that's not even a shiny Tapu Koko. That's just a regular Tapu Koko. What? Here we go. Here we go. You went buy a Flapple? Ah, shit. Did I miss it? These are playthrough Pokemon. This is the Stunfisk I used, and I got really fucking mad when I realized it didn't evolve. Like, I used Stunfisk for a while in this game thinking it was going to evolve into something cool. Like, Linoone now does, or like, Farfetch now does. And I used it for a while, and I started to realize, wait a fucking second. This guy doesn't actually evolve. They just made a regional variant for the fun of it. So I stopped using Stunfisk, because it's kind of horseshit. And that's why I fought Leon with a team of 5. This guy with the goat, however. This fucking Ninjask. The absolute goat. I think this might be... Yeah, no, this is my Primarina from my Sun playthrough as well. Anyway. I passed a Flapple somewhere. Was it the Flapple I used in my playthrough? I'm going to use the search function, because this is easier to do than anything else. Okay, I have 2 Flapples. This is a G-Max Flapple. Hey! Yeah, this is one of the guys of all time, I think. Like, they really, like, were trying something here, and yeah. I hate Galarian Stunfisk because of an unwanted shiny and go. Oh no. Knife Flapple. I think this is an annoying orange reference. I'm gonna be honest. I think I called this guy Knife as an annoying orange reference. You know? I think that's why this guy is called Knife. It's because, hey Apple! Hey Apple! Knife! So I just thought I'd remind you all of that. I'm sure it has been years since any of you have thought of annoying orange, probably. Except Felix, who I'm half convinced probably, like, watches it to go to sleep. Just the original episode of Annoying Orange, not any others. You know? I imagine he's a bit of an Annoying Orange puritan. You have no recollections of the orange. You don't remember the Annoying Orange. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You have 2 shiny Stunfisk in Pokemon Go. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Gala Stunfisk is quite funny, to be fair. I won't be mean. I could be mean. I won't be. Oh, fucking instant! Did you... There wasn't, like, a second of delay. What? Like, he didn't waste any time. I'm not the only one who saw how quick that was, right? Okay, the issue is if we take that Magneton, then we don't get the Skuntank. But we should probably take the Magneton, it's fine. I remember the weird Nickelodeon show it got. Didn't it have Hibiscus in it? This is a bad matchup with Fable. This is a problem, however. It is, isn't it? I'm just gonna stack up on defenses. Yeah. I want to go to the alternate universe where... In fact, what does Annoying Orange do these days? I feel like Annoying Orange did something recently where everyone was like, based, Annoying Orange based. Ah. But I can't remember what it was. Cannot remember what he did that made everybody do that. But I know something happened recently. The point I'm trying to make is... How do I word this eloquently? Because I feel like if I word it, it's not going to be eloquent. Because Annoying Orange and Tobuscus both fell off. What if Annoying Orange was the one who became the right-wing grifter instead, though? What if Annoying Orange slowly became, like... like the Veggie Tales of right-wing propaganda. Something chai tea. I don't actually know anything about Veggie Tales to... That's mossed up. That's mossed up. I mean, isn't that what Tobuscus is now? Yeah, no, that's my point. Is like, instead of Tobuscus being the right-wing grifter, the Annoying Orange became the right-wing grifter. They swapped places in fate. Have you got no attacks? No, it's just I had no attacks used against Magneton. I have, like, Dazzling Gleam and something else, and neither of them were going to do anything against Magneton, so I just decided to, like, shore up my defenses instead of getting eviscerated by Magneton. Anyway, I have Meteor Beam, that's it. Why, do you want to swap to Magneton instead? Because I was going to swap to Magneton, but if you... Okay, I'll swap to Magneton. I like that the NPCs always want to take the Pokemon when I want to take the Pokemon, which means that they don't get to take the Pokemon, but whenever, I don't take the Pokemon, they don't want the Pokemon either. Like, what's up with that? Let's get that Xerneas to miss. But we got a bot. That's so exciting. That's absolutely invigorating. That we got a bot in chat. It's always so exciting when there's a bot in chat. Highlight of my day. I like TAs, except when I'm doing Zygarde raids. I feel like that's the general consensus. Like, with NPCs, I mean. I see. I don't like doing them with NPCs because... Fuck me. They're just so dumb. They're just not smart. And it's painful. Like, it's nice when there's like 3 people in the lobby, because then there's a lower chance of the NPC being the person who loses the fight for us. But like, most of the time, when it's like even when it's a 2-player lobby, it's one of the NPCs who loses the fight for us, because like, they bring in an Obstagoon to the Xerneas fight. And it's like, okay man, what are we doing here? This wasn't gonna work, ever. The issue is I don't really want to use Flash Cannon, because I don't want to use up my Flash Cannons before we've gotten to Xerneas. Because that seems like, inadvisable choice. Like, I like DAs, don't get me wrong. Yippee! Yippee! It's just... I'm really grateful in Scarlet and Violet they made it so that NPCs fainting didn't take time off the time limit. As many issues as I have with the Scarlet Violet raids, the mere fact that the NPCs don't fuck you over, I think makes them a lot better than, like, Sword and Shields. Ugh, 'cause man. Cat's on the bed. She's doing the thing where she's loafed, but she's fallen asleep, so her head is, like, bumped down. Fool. Alright. Raquinid. It's got Poison Jab. I don't know if you want to take a Raquinid. I don't know if an NPC is going to take a Raquinid. But, I think an Araquanid on the team would be quite useful, all in all. And, like, worst case scenario, I wouldn't mind shiny Araquanid. Honestly, Mega Araquanid would go hard. I'm imagining, like, its bubble now, like, consumes its whole body or something. Do you think the home Pokedex completion reward for ZA is going to be shiny Zygarde or shiny Diancie? For the DLC, it's probably Hooper. Yeah, it's probably Hooper for the DLC. Wait! Then my hacked shiny Hooper won't be as important anymore. Then again, I can have a shiny Hooper on Scarlet Violet and potentially other games. And then a shiny Hooper in ZA, given that apparently you won't be able to transfer Pokemon from ZA into other. It ate my ball? Nom 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 nom. I think it's worth remembering that Pokemon Legends Arceus, the shiny you got from it was an Amorous. Rather than it being like someone else. I'm not sure any... I feel like it won't be Zygarde. I could see, like, the thought process, but I don't think it's going to be Zygarde. I could see it being Diancie. Maybe it'll be Volcanion. But I think at this point, I'm going to continue myself on the Jirachi train. I think it's going to be Jirachi. Yes, Cahir, keep boosting Manectric. Oh, that's what... Okay. Oopsies. I'm a bit of a silly Billy, aren't I? If anything, Zygarde might be a mystery gift. Maybe. They didn't do much for Arceus. But it'd be cool if it was. Just because it'd be cool. Look. I'm not going to apologize for being a Gemini. Okay. Relicanth off the team. That was a Relicanth, right? I think it was a Relicanth. My gut's telling me it was a Relicanth. Might not have been a Relicanth. SFA's back. Welcome back, SFA. Fine, reroll Scyther. It was a Relicanth. Relicanth not being on the team is good, because this guy does very much have Cool Niche. Rob has cool emotes. He does. He has cool emotes from Niten Haku. Niten Haku, I think, on Twitch, actually. That's one horny deer. It sure is. Wait, those are antlers. That's a good point. SFA, your lewd joke has backfired. 6 trillion years in the Torment Nexus for you! $6 million years in the Torment Nexus! What has that achieved? What? What? Yeah, no, that seems like it might have been a bit useful, Rob. Oh! Oh, right. That was the NPC with an Arachnid. I don't know why I thought you had Arachnid for a moment there. Oh my god, it's... Oh, Rob, enjoy your last turn with Technician! Oh no! Oh no! You didn't even hit! You didn't even get to use it! Oh no! That's so fucking funny. I would actually attack this turn, okay. Okay. That's so fucking funny. Cahir, I think my screen time per day is above 24 hours. How did I do that? I think you locked in. I think that's the answer, is you locked in. I mean, Xerneas gets Horn Leash. So those are horns. That's a good point. That's a good point. Just saw another friend of mine boot up Warframe. All of my friends are into Warframe these days. All of them. I don't know anyone who doesn't play Warframe these days. Rob? Rob, when are you going to start playing Warframe? I'm not going to play Warframe. Just to be clear. Did I just die? Fucking hell, I did. That's crazy. I just Dynamaxed and everything. He doesn't intend to. That's what they all say. I'll play Warframe if Kepler will play it with me. I don't know why I singled out Kepler. I don't know what... he is your space guy. Warframe is a space game. So I guess it kind of makes sense why you'd single out Kepler on that one. Kepler probably... Kepler probably has played Warframe. Oh, I see you're laughing at me dying. That's cool. It's Cahir. Hello, Sonic. How goes it? How goes it? I hope your week has gone well. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, that's us out. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff, that, isn't it? We got anything good from that? For a moment there, I thought that looked autumnal. You know? I thought that guy's colours looked a bit autumnal, and I was like, it's not, is it? It's not, actually. It's not shiny at all. I'm just deluded. I think shiny Eldegoss is red, actually. I don't know how I made that mistake, but I did all the same. facing Arceus? No, I'm facing Xerneas. That's why Xerneas is in the thumbnail. Because I'm facing Xerneas, which Magneton is quite good against, being a Steel type. I'm gonna go to the toilet quickly. Once I'm back, I'm gonna do like one more run, I think. But I really need to piss, so I'm gonna go and do that. I will be right back. I did not mute myself. Which means you probably heard me saying hello to the cat. Okay. Did I say anything else? We heard everything. I'm trying to figure out what else I said. Because... we heard you... okay, you didn't hear me fry chicken because I closed the door. I keep on pressing the wrong buttons. I do not believe you heard me urinating. You might have heard the toilet flush. Cahir said he won £1 billion. What? Pardon? Pardon? No, he heard you piss because your mic is so good. I don't think he did. I just have a weird hunch that you didn't hear that. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think my piss has not been broadcast to you all. I don't think it has. Alright, last round, Rob, so you better make it count. Dual Blade! Even the aliens heard it. I don't think it's a microphone issue at this point, you know? It's Interstellar. I love that movie! Oh my god! By Christopher Nolan! Wow! Rob's already locked in on a direction, which is kind of crazy. There's a tentacle to the right. Which way do you think he's locked into? I'm guessing, like, left? No? Right. He went right. Okay. I'm glad that Rob overrode my opinion here. Because I think he made the better choice. In the grand scheme of things. But he made it so quick it scared me. Obviously, we do want Tentacruel. I was thinking that, but I wasn't sure if you were content with Cradilly. OMG, the guy, it's Pyukamuku! Wow, I've got, like, nothing. I'm not even sure if I want a Dynamax. I'm going to leave it to Rob. I'm going to leave Rob Dynamaxing. Because Rob Dynamaxing can probably do something here. Rob might be able to pull something out with... I also like Tentacruel. For sane reasons. Okay, SFA. I don't think anyone was going to take any other implication from what you said there. Heard about my friend Malamar, but what about my son, Pyukamuku? You gave birth to that? You might want to get that checked out. I like a Cradilly, just not against a Xerneas. That's fair. He's a sea cucumber, actually. That's true. That's true. Pyukamuku's funny. Because Pyukamuku and Pincurchin I kind of pair together in my head. Like, they're the same genre of Pokemon, I think. I know Pincurchin does a bit more than Pyukamuku. Like, Pyukamuku is like a Wobbuffet, where it can't actually do anything to its opponent. You have to do something to it first. I think it learns more moves than Wobbuffet. It's just none of those moves do anything. Like, that was the very funny thing about Alola, is like, how much of the Pokedex in Alola is like revolving around double battles? Pyukamuku is just a Pokemon that was made to be a plush. That's true. Like, a big Pyukamuku pillow that you can stick your head in, I think. You can stick your head in its mouth. I think. I just like the part where in Sun and Moon you walk around that beach on that resort and throw all the Pyukamuku back into the ocean. That's entertaining. So is Pyukamuku's gimmick just, I share everything, even with the suffering and agony she inflicted upon me? Or did I misread that shrimp? I mean, yeah, no, basically it's like whole, like, move pool is based on retaliation rather than actually dealing damage. Like, its ability is obviously in, it's out. It's got Toxic, it's got Venom Drench, it's got Taunt, it's got a counter. Rob, I didn't think you liked Pyukamuku that much. Yeah, it gets like Helping Hand, it gets Purify, I don't know what that does, it gets Curse. It gets Mirror... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't learn Mirror Coat normally, it only learns Mirror Coat via... I don't, but do we want to take it to Xerneas? That's a good point. Can't slate that. Like, Pyukumuku's... It's got 5 speed. Pyukumuku has 5 speed. That's crazy. He's doing his... He is. I just find that funny. Can I get Grober to get him? Or do we need the squid? We need the squid. Man, I fucking love squid dishes. I always remember once I went down to Cornwall. On holiday with my family. And I had calamari for the first time. And the next day, I was so fucking ill. Like, I was really, really ill. However, I just bought Pokemon White 2 from Sex. That's right, I just bought Pokemon White 2. So, I got to play that. When I had Calamari for the first time, I experienced true bliss. That's a very different experience to me then, I guess. Might have jumped at the chance to grab it, but both the NPCs wanted it. That's fair. But that set you back a bit. No, this was years ago. This was like before Auras. It was like a childhood family holiday. Sorry, I should have been more clear. Childhood family holiday to Cornwall. Visited the Eden Project. That was nice. However, one day I ate squid rings and got really fucking ill. And I'm not sure if it was the squid rings, is the blunt truth of the matter. Like, I don't know if it actually was the calamari that made me throw up, but is Gen 7 so cheap, Cahir? I am unsure. I think we go Claydol, Araquanid. We go I think we go Araquanid. I was gonna say Claydol because it's weaker. At least World Editions are still standard price. World Editions? Shit, it's going to use entrainment again. Then why did you choose it? World Editions are just versions of games that are sold in other countries. It's like universal copy or something. Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting. Because we might have to bank on it using Poison Jab. On the slim chance of using Poison Jab instead of kneecapping all our abilities. But yeah, no, sex has existed a really long time ago. I have bought a lot of games from Sex as a child. What existed first, the sex or the chicken? That's a difficult one, I'm not sure. I think we've been accumulating. I think we've been accumulating tech. Not trading in tech. For as long as history has existed. I think Grug sold his first flint axe at sex, actually. Sex is older than time. Dinosaurs used to buy the new rock switch too. Exactly. Well, that's cool. When I went to uni, there was this one small game shop. There was a lot of better than game that I used, but it doesn't exist anymore. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, no, I've only ever really used game and sex. Grog did do that. They're saying Grog did do that. Fact checked by real Grog cells. Wrong left. No. Grog is the Croods, Rob. Grog is the Croods. You're thinking of Kronk. You're thinking of Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. I'm talking about Grug from The Croods, and The Croods 2. I haven't seen The Croods 2, which is a shame because apparently it's like low-key better than the... You were thinking of Gru. And Gru reminds me of Varka. Oh, right, okay. I like Xerneas. It rhymes with Grug. True and real. I haven't seen Crowds. I haven't seen Crowds either. I'm scared of them. You should watch The Croods. The Croods is a good movie, I think. It's... Nicolas Cage is Grug. Croods is pretty funny. It is! I like the part where they go like da 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 da. I had an idea. Oh. Uh-oh. That's concerning. Release the baby! Yeah, exactly. And then, like, the part where, like, he desperately is hoping that his mother-in-law is dead. I think she's... I'm not sure if she's his mother-in-law or, like, actual mother. Now that I think about it. Like, I feel like you also do that sometimes. You have a mother-in-law? I don't believe you. He's also canonically bald. Yeah, it's a bird, isn't it? It's fucking great. I love that. Alright, I'm going to turn this Xerneas into paste. Maybe had. Does the F in SFA stand for divorced? That's crazy. Yes, that's crazy. The human you more than you know. Uh-oh. Oh, they call it financially independent? Yeah. Ouch. Hey, Max Steel Spike! What's up? Get fucked. Alright. Victory! El Bozo Xerneas. El Bozo Xerneas. Just so we get back to the beginning song. The no Pyukamuku strat works without a hitch. That is true. That is true. We didn't even... Did we get entrainmented? Did it entrainment us? I forgot. Shiny Pyukamuku. Oh, I kind of wanted the shiny Pyukamuku. I will be honest. I was low-key hoping for the shiny Pyukamuku. But no, there are no shinies today at all, actually. No shinies at all whatsoever. Which is a shame because that is where we're going to end, I think. Because I'm tired. Again, some fucking moron decided to book tickets for 8:30 PM to watch Demon Slayer last night on a Sunday night. Who would do that on a work night? Who watches Demon Slayer at 8:30 on a work night? What kind of idiot would do that? Anyway, I'll be live again here on Friday with raids, probably, maybe it'll be more of this, actually. You know? Is it good, though? It's fucking great. I love that. Has one of the best fights in this... Has some of the best fights in the series in it. I think all the fights were really solid. And I thoroughly recommend it. But yeah, no. I'll be live again on... Friday. There's a chance it'll be this again. Because obviously Chi-Yu's over. And there's no 7-star raid. So I think it might be more Xerneas raids, now that I think about it. So brace yourselves for that, I guess. Other than that, I'll be live again on Wednesday with Genshin Impact on Cahir is Here, my other channel. So if you like Genshin Impact, exclamation point, where is Cahir? And that will guide you right to my second channel where I stream Genshin. But if you don't like Genshin, then you only need to follow this channel. You need to follow this one, because I stream Pokemon only here. But yeah, thank you for coming. I hope you all had a great time. I certainly have. I'll be live again later on in the week. Hopefully I'll be less sleepy. Hopefully I'll be less sleepy indeed. Thank you all for coming. I hope you all have a great rest of your weeks. Goodbye and good night. Go on, Rob. Go on. Quick. Wait, could you... Has this not been asking you to do it the whole stream? Why is it now specifically? Oh, you aren't subbed at all right now, I see. I get it, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure I do, actually. Anyway.
Photos printed?
Hey! Whoa! 6 months in advance? That's a while. That's a quite a few months. I guess you're on the September discount, right? That's why you've done that. It's because of the September discount. That's crazy. That's what. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for the resubscription. Welcome back to the Cahir Sub Club. That means a lot. Did that before though, did you? I didn't even notice. Bad streamer alert. Bad streamer alert. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for resubscribing. It means a lot. And no, you primed? Wait, but it said you subscribe for 6 months in advance. I'm baffled. Anyway. Thank you for coming. Thank you again, Rob, for resubscribing. Welcome back to the Cahir Sub Club. It means a lot. Don't spam. Anyway, I'm ending. So, like, Good luck with the spamming, I guess. Thank you for coming. I hope you have a great rest of your weeks. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Goodbye and good night.